unofficial
Well, now here's
introduction.
another one. What a pair Tony Charles and Lance would make with them noses. Look at that nose on that boy.
This is going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Jonesboro, Arkansas, 222 pounds on the left of your screen.
Look at this pretty face.
David Oswald. Going against him from South Wales, Great Britain, 225 pounds, Tony Charles. One fall, 15-minute
Tony the
time
Nose
limit.
Charles, that's what you can announce him as.
Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Give me that mic, Dave. Give me that mic, man.
Yeah, you just keep talking. You'll have Charles right out here and eating your frame in there.
Well, he better worry about what he's got in there right now. He don't want none of wildfire.
David Oswald on the left is Tony Charles. Nice reversal. Goes behind.
Hey, Dave, we hate to see you go, but why don't you go ahead and leave?
Charles rolls him up, but Oswald's feet into the ropes in there. Good, fine, classic move. Boy, this guy, great
classic.
amateur
A
wrestler.
classic. That's right. That was a classic. All right, lad.
Top wrist lock. David Oswald hanging on to Tony
Oswald
Charles.
tearing him up.
Yeah, tearing him up. Got a top wrist behind. There you go.
You better tend to what you got in there is what you better do.
Tony Charles having some comments to make at the desk over here about our guest commentator, Tommy Wildfire Rich, as Tony goes right down into an armbar on David Oswald.
Well, that Dave is just playing possum. Look at here. That Dave's got him.
David trying to go for a head scissors in there. Tony blocks him off. Takes the arm, rolls him over. And now, speaking of head scissors, Tony Charles up with one right across the chin on David Oswald. The referee checks. Legal
Well, I'd
hold.
like to think of something to say about Tony Charles, but I can't think of nothing.
Yeah, well,
man.
anything you got to say, I'm sure, can go without being said. Oswald slips him, went to the head, but look at Tony. Nice reversal. Takes the arm up behind. Put it in a hammer position.
Tony Charles has probably got 30 years experience against this guy that ain't got but a year. He ought to be able to do a little something.
Former world junior heavyweight champ, Tony Charles. Oswald takes him over, but look at Charles. Holds on for
That move by Oswald, he come right out of it, too. Oswald come right out of it, Lance.
Oswald, under somebody's influence, he'll go for those shortcuts in there, as we've mentioned before. Tony takes him right down, covers him up.
Look at that Oswald, boy. He's playing defense. He's coming out of everything.
He's kicked out of it. We will not
Oh,
deny
Dave,
that.
get him,
No
baby.
reason to. Top wrist lock again as Tony Charles and David Oswald square off in the middle, and Charles reverses it. Takes it into hammer position. And a reversal again by
Okay, thank you,
Oswald.
Lance.
With the leg, Charles takes him down. Pro hold is Charles hanging on to David Oswald. Referee Jerry Calhoun asking Oswald, you want to give it up? And now Tony rolls him over. Hooks the legs in, holds the toe, and rocks back on him. And David Oswald, center of the ring, is Charles going for a submission right here.
This guy wrestles a lot like Robinson, and Robinson's gone, too. You know, they're all kind of going away now,
yeah,
Lance.
yeah. Well, David Oswald rolled past the shoulder pin, and Tony back up to his feet, center of the ring, ready to get at it.
You know, I've noticed every time he gets in a hole, that Charles is always smiling. He's going to get one of these guys, and he's going to slap that smile off his face, Lance.
I haven't seen anybody big enough yet to slap it off.
You ain't seen me in there with him either, Lance.
That's true. Tony Charles, that beautiful forearm, boy. He
You
banged
better
him up
tend to
in
what you got, Charles.
Yeah, now that's what it's like when it's a legal uppercut in there without using
So
your
that's the way I
fist
do it. That's exactly right. I do everything legal, man.
Misunderstood sometimes. Backdrop. David Oswald goes to the ropes, coming back. Whoa! He wound his clock with that one. 2, 3. That, my friend, was a drop kick and a half.
One of these days, Charles, somebody gonna slap that smile plumb off of your face, Daddy.
You ain't man enough to do it, Rick.
Well, I don't want to get me for beating no old
Tommy
man to
Rich having
death.
a little conversation here. We got to take time out. No,
Tell
hey,
him
no,
to pull
no.
him tights up.
We're going to take time out, and we're going to be back with more wrestling action in just a moment.
turn the TV off with Howdy Doody and that jerk Eddie Marlin.